don't know who I am, I'm Kevin McDonald. I'm one of the kids in the hall. I'm one of the kids in the hall. I'm the weakest. I'm the weakest kid in the hall. But still, I'm one of the kids in the hall. I'm one of the kids in the hall. They're overrated. Overrated troupe. I have seen a lot of acts recently, and this is one of my favorite acts. I haven't seen a lot of acts. I'm a loner. I don't go out a lot. But of the 3 acts I've seen in the past 12 years, this is one of the best. One of the best of the 3 acts I've seen in the next 12 years. I'm not a big discoverer of talent. I don't really have an eye for talent. So don't trust me. I remember in the late 80s, I saw 2 young struggling comics. They were just starting. One was someone named Chris Rock, and the other was Seamus Feely. And after the show, I thought, this Seamus Feely is good. He is going places. And he did become a moderately successful dental hygienist. So maybe I do have an eye for talent. What I really mean to say is, ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Adamus!
Okay. All right. That was very nice of you. Thank you so much. Give it up for Kevin McDonald, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, how about that from the kids in the hall? All right, that's enough. This is about me now, okay? That's why you're here. Anybody else doing Movember? Huh? Movember? Anybody? Yeah? Yeah, you? Pathetic. It's despicable, dude. What about anybody else other than that guy? Cowards. All of you. I'm not donating any money, but I got the mustache for it. Heard you're supposed to donate money. I just grew the mustache. I actually didn't grow the mustache for Movember. I grew it because I really want to look older, you know? Because without it, I look like a 16-year-old boy. It's a very odd look. And I don't think it worked. I don't think I look old. I look like a kid going as his dad for Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't do its job. Like, how? I somehow look like a pedophile and the victim at the same time. Like, that's not fair. I'm both. Doesn't help that I'm short, hey? Doesn't help. Anybody here short? Any guys, I should say? I don't care about women. Women are like, yeah, me. I'm like, no, not talking to you. Not talking to you at all, actually. I grew this mustache to make up for my height. That's what I did. Girls don't like it, by the way. I found that out fast. But that's the thing. I didn't grow it for you, ladies, right? I grew for the fellas, right? Yeah, that's the I did. That's the thing. Because a girl could tell me, I don't like your mustache. I could care less. But a construction worker, just being like, hey, nice mustache, brother. I'm like, thank you, brother. I don't know. I don't know why. I get so excited. Like, am I one of you now? I've always wanted to be. Yeah. I don't know. I'm 5'. It really depends on who I'm lying to. It doesn't matter how tall. I'm a short guy. I'm very short. I'm wearing boots that make me this much taller. Do you understand? For this show. It's very weird. It sucks being short. We're like, guys like 5'7" or under, we gotta get some sort of money from the government. It's not fair. It's hard. I got into a fight with a tall friend of mine, too. I got into an argument with him. He was saying, there's disadvantages to being tall, too, man. I was like, all right, well, you're lying, but go ahead. Tell me your argument. He was like, dude, I'm so tall, I can't fit into some cars. I was like, that's something you can put in your Tinder bio. You know what I mean? Like, that's sexy to women. You know what I mean? Be like, oh my God, you can't fit into some cars? What's that, like 6'5"? That's crazy. Oh my God. What do I put? Like, I'm really good at hide and seek. What do I put? Like, that's not... What do I Like, it's not a great thing. That's all I have, though, man. Stuff. I'm also friends with a lot of oafs. I don't know how else to put that. Tall guys, played sports, hockey guys. They like to lift me up in public areas. They like to. Any short guys have that problem where your friends just act like they haven't seen you in forever in the most crowded bar of all time? And they're like, oh my God, it's so good to see you, man. Yeah. Yeah, oh man. Mwah. And they're like, thanks, dude. Every girl in here saw that, so thank you. I act like any girl was kidding themselves before they saw that. Like, oh, maybe the blonde one with the mustache. Yeah. Go talk to... No, he got lifted up. By his friend. Don't like that. Not a fan of that. It is. It's awful getting lifted up by... Like, and don't do it, like, because I did the joke. Like, remember because you joke? Like, fuck, don't. Don't lift me up. Don't. Even if I broke both my legs. Let me drag myself to the ambulance. I hate it. I hate it more than anything. Most short guys do, so don't do it as a funny bit. It's not fun. It's not fun for them. It's the most emasculating thing that can happen to you. It is. Like, the only other thing that I can think that's more emasculating was me and my girlfriend at the time were at IKEA, and we were carrying this, like, bench, and we were walking it back to my car, and a bigger man noticed that we were both struggling. Like, I saw him see me. And he walked over to us and he was like, do you guys need any help? And she was like, yes. Take it easy. I didn't love that. And he was like, okay. And he walked over and he took my side of... I think he bumped me out of the way. I was like, oh, okay, you're taking that. Okay. There's nowhere to help once you've been bumped. Like, it really takes two people, right? It's like, I'll get the middle. No, I'm causing more problems. I'll get the door, you know? Just holding the door. I'm like, damn, they look like a beautiful couple. I don't know, man. I think I gotta go to the gym. Like, that's my biggest problem. We got any gym goers here? Don't be shy. I heard a couple. That's good. Yeah. I don't know. My friends, they told me to join the gym. They are big gym fanatics. Like I told you, like to lift things like little people and whatnot. Like, yeah, it's the best, dude. You get in the best shape. So yeah, my friends, they got me to join a gym. I don't know what kind of gym it was, but one for beginners. Everybody at this gym that I joined looked like they lived at the gym. They were just huge, just giant men. They all had motivational t-shirts on too. One dude had a shirt on that just said, murder it. I was like, murder what? I hope not me, right? Another guy had a shirt on that just said, work fucking harder. I was like, I don't like your tone, right? If I had a shirt made, it would just say, Spencer, you can work as hard as you need to, right? And if you need to take a break in between, that's okay too, right? Hey, if your break turns into 45 minutes, maybe you're done, right? Maybe you're done. You can go home and have a yogurt with your mom. That's what it would say. It would say all that on my shirt. It'd be a very long shirt that I get made for myself. Somebody actually made me that shirt too because of that joke. And I wore it at the gym, not realizing how much attention I'm getting. Just guys being like, what's that shirt say? I'm like, nothing, fuck off. Wear a flannel at the gym. Don't want people seeing my arms. Yeah, it's great too. Because my friends, they signed me up with a personal trainer as a surprise, which I'm sure they thought was nice. But it wasn't great because when I got there, they didn't tell me that they signed me up with a personal trainer. So this enormous man was like, are you Spencer? I was like, I don't know yet. Why? Why? And then he said, you are gonna be my new project. And I said, one of us needs to settle down, right? But I did a session with him, right? I did do a session with him because you can't be like, oh, I'm good, right? So I was on the bench press, right? He was teaching me how to bench press, and I needed a lot of help. And I said, okay, man, I need your help now. I told him. And he said, no. And I said, yeah. I need your help now, dude. And he was like, no, man, you got it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I told you I don't. I'm gonna drop it. He goes, you're not. I said, I am. I'm telling you, right now. He's like, no, you got it. I said, I don't. He said, are you a man or a mouse? And I yelled, I'm a mouse! Like super loud. Really loud. I yelled, I'm a mouse! It was shocking other people in the gym. They're like, who's a mouse? What's going on over there? That didn't even slow him down. He was like, get the cheese. I was like, I don't want the cheese. I want to go home. I want to have a yogurt with my mom. It's safe there. I decided to just go bodily limp. Just there. Now what? Now what? It's on my chest. Help me out. And he's like, no, man, you need to roll it off of yourself. Has anybody heard that before? It's apparently what you're supposed to do. If you fail at the bench press, you're supposed to roll it off of yourself. Mm-hmm. He didn't tell me which way to roll it. I just started rolling it off my throat, choking myself to death. Still not helping me. I got it caught on my ear. I was like, ah! Just threw it off of me. People were like, what happened to your ear? I'm like, I'm an athlete. That's what happened. Got athlete's ear. Never heard of athlete's ear? It's not for me. Like going to the gym like that, it's not for me. I do want to be healthier, right? I quit smoking cigarettes. That's pretty good, right? That's too much. I quit smoking, but I still have that impulse to go outside with my friends that still smoke. You know what I mean? It's a hard impulse to like quit. Two of my buddies were going out for a dart. I was like, okay, I will join you. And I was standing outside with both of them. We're just talking. One of my buddies was just like, oh man, you know what? I left my phone inside. Can you hang on to this? And I was like, sure. So I holding on to his cigarette while he was inside. Another buddy of mine was like, I'm gonna go check on him. Can you hold on to this? I was like, sure. Just standing there with two cigarettes, not smoking either of them, just hanging on to them. And then this guy walked past. He was like, hey man, can I bum a smoke? I was like, no man, I don't smoke. One of my buddies was like, dude, just start smoking weed instead. Like, ooh, what a great idea. I'm not good at smoking weed. I don't know, anybody here good at it? I'm not. Oh, wow. Wow, a lot of you are. I'm not good at it. I'm real bad at it. I don't know how you become good. Like, I have a couple of buddies that just smoke weed, and then they're just like, what do you want to do now? I'm like, what? You don't want to go to bed? You don't think everybody's scary? That's crazy. I went on a date with this one girl one time, and she said, oh, do you smoke weed? And I was like, oh, yeah. I don't. I was lying. Later on, she wanted to do that sexy, like, take a bong rip, blow it in each other's mouth from the movies. Do you know what I mean? Sure. Watch different movies, I guess. But yeah. So I tried to do that, but I took way too big of a bong rip because I forgot who I was. I tried to blow it into her mouth, but I ended up just coughing directly into her. Like just like a bad cough too. Like I almost choked. I almost threw up. I was like, oh shit, you got get the fuck out of here. Like she was like, this is my apartment. I'm like, I'm too high. I can't be here. I can't be here. I can't. I don't know, man. Weed was ruined for me at a very young age, I think. I was about 16 years old when my friend's mom decided she wanted to smoke weed with us. Yeah, that's how you just ruin drugs for your kids. Like, you don't want your kids smoking weed, just be like, can I join? No, thanks. I was at my friend Jordan's house. We were going to go sesh, right? Like I said, is that what you say? Walked into the garage, I see his mom standing there with a bong. I was like, dude, we got busted, right? He's like, no, man, she's chill. She's going to smoke with us. And I was like, oh. Could she not? Though that would be so much better if she didn't. Like, it's not fun. Weed mom, that's not fun. Wine mom is fun, right? When you're 16, that's a fun mom. You go to his house, she's just like, you kids can have a couple beers in the basement. It's a safe environment. Like, thanks, Allison. Right? That's a fun mom. Weed mom's just like, hey, did you bring any? He didn't bring any. Jordan, this kid never contributes. Why do you keep inviting him? This kid sucks. I'm sorry, Allison. Try to do better. I don't know, I could never be that parent, right? Smoke weed with my kids. I know what I'm like when I'm high. I don't want kids seeing that. I know I smoke too much. Just be like, hey, do you guys ever get like nervous? Or hey. Do you guys ever get nervous someone might break in the house and I won't be able to protect you? You think about that? Do you think about that? No? Okay, I do. Every day. Every day I think about that. You need to start working out. I'm too far gone. I can't do it no more. I had a scary trainer. It was a whole thing, okay? I don't know. Like my friends, they try to get me to smoke weed, try to get me to join the gym. They try to push me into things that I don't like doing. The main reason I wanted to join a gym was because I almost got into a fight with an elderly Hutterite woman on the bus. And that's something I think about every day. It happened about 2 years ago, but I think about it all the time. You don't know what a Hutterite is? It's like Amish, but they're allowed a phone, I think. I don't know all of the rules. That's what I understand. This is what I'll tell you the story really fast. This is what happened. I was on the bus, very crowded bus, and I saw this old Hutterite woman. She got on with 2 kids, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a good guy, and I'm gonna give her my seat. I'm gonna be a good guy. And then I just stood up and I said, here, you can have my seat. And she just looked at me like a menace. I was like, okay, maybe she didn't hear me. So I said it again. I was like, here, you can have my seat. And she just yelled, how old do I look to you? And that threw me off. I didn't even know what, I just went, 52. Don't guess correct, right? I didn't even say, I could have said something clever, like, I don't know, you're dressed like you're from 1813, so like 200, I don't know. Don't know how old you are. Old? She just went, I don't want your seat. And I was like, okay. And she went, sit down. And I was like, I will. Oh my God. All right. Sit down. That's a great, like she had more room, by the way, to move to the back of the bus and stand there, but she didn't. She stood right in front of me like this. Power stand. She didn't even hang on to anything. How crazy is that? Just power stand. She knew the bumps in the road. Every time the bus hit a bump, she was like, what you gonna do, little boy? What are you gonna do? Nothing. You nothing. And then her kid grabbed her sleeve and was like, Mom, it's not worth it. I was like, is she gonna fucking hit me? What's happening? If she hits me, I'm done. Like, I know that. She looks strong. She's been chucking bales of hay over her head her whole life. I couldn't do that. I can't I have to roll it off my neck or something like that. That's how you get athletes here. You don't want that. She had bad athletes here. I saw it. I was scared. Scared for my life. Yeah, those are the types of situations my stupid friends get me into, you know. Round of applause. Anybody hate their friends? Who hates their friends, right? Most of us. That's good. I love that we all hate each other. It's a fun comedy show. Yeah. I know, I hate one of them in particular right now. His name is Ian. I hate him so much. That's real name. It's because he wears his AirPods all the time, and he'll like take phone calls without giving me a warning. He won't give me a warning. It looks like he's just having a stroke or something. Like, it's very odd. He'll just be at Boston Pizza talking. Like, hey man, did you see the game last night? He's like, I did. It was a crummy loss, but... Hello? Hello? Are you okay, man? He's like, I'm in Boston Pizza. I'm like, yeah, we're both in Boston Pizza. What's going on? What are you doing? It's like, oh no, I'm on the phone. I'm like, you can't just, I thought you were passing away on me. You can't just do that. I hate that. Tell me if you're answering the phone. I thought I was getting hit on. No, girl just had her AirPod in. I couldn't tell. I was at Walmart. I was just looking at the cereals. That's what? You look at cereals at the Walmart? Never done that before. I'm not a child. I was just standing there looking at the cereals. It's a cute girl. She walks over and she stands right next to me and she goes, hey. And I was like, hey. What's up? She was like, I'm in Walmart. I was like, cool. I'm also in Walmart. Already got so much to talk about. And she said, what do you want from me here? And I said, Fruit Loops. As soon as I said Fruit Loops, she said, pardon me, what? She had no idea that I just had a conversation with her. To her, I'm just some guy that was like, hey, are you gonna buy me Fruit Loops? Could you do that? No, okay, that's okay. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have a yoga with my mom. That's fine. I'm gonna go home. A lot of my friends I meet in like just really hilarious situations, just really bad situations. Like one time, I was at a Halloween party and I saw two dudes and they're dressed as a peanut butter and jam sandwich. That's not the joke. Wait for it. But I did see him. Yeah. Two dudes, both dressed as a peanut butter and jam sandwich. To me, I was like, that's a couple costume, right? Because that's what that would be. So I told them, when I walked past them at the party, I was like, by the way, guys, love your couple costume. As soon as I said couple, they were like, what, dude, you know what, dude, what? And then the other guy just went, yeah, I'm not gay, my name's Dustin. What do you say to that? I was just like, oh, I didn't know. Yeah. One of my closest friends now. Thinks your name determines your sexual orientation. Yeah. Stupid friends, man. Stupid friends. Anybody here ever work at a restaurant? All of us? That's good. Yeah. Yeah. That's fun. Most of you look like line cooks. Line cooks? That's fun. I was a server. You got to be good at social interaction when you're a server. That I have not fully mastered. I got this bad habit of mimicking people's accents without even realizing I'm doing it. That's a bad habit to have. Like this guy one time, he came in, he had a thick Scottish accent. He was like, excuse me, do you know where the washrooms are? And I said, yeah, they're right back there. Shit. We just stared at each other for a second. He went, are you Scottish? And I went, aye, Captain, fuck. Whereabouts in Scotland? I'm like, all over the place. Like, I don't know. How long do I have to keep this up for? Not even the worst thing I did as a server. One time I was serving this table and this little girl, she dropped her milk off the table, right? I tried to catch it, but it was too far down. So I tried to catch it with my foot. You know, like you can't do that. You can't catch a glass of milk with your foot. I ended up kicking it at a customer in the restaurant. He's covering him in milk. He just stood up like, why has this happened? Why? And I tried to apologize to him too. I tried to say sorry, but I slipped on my words and I said, stop that! To him. Like he was doing something wrong. And in return, I was like, not in my fucking restaurant, pal. Not you. Take that milk. That's what you get. Taking cutlery off of somebody else's table. How dare you? Yeah. So don't do that if you're a server. Also, like, I served this one couple, very nice people, and then during the entire thing, the guy comes up to me, he's like, hey man, I need a favor. And I was like, all right. And he said, I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend. I was like, all right. Good luck. He's like, no, you're involved. I was like, good. Good, I love to be involved. What do you need? He's like, I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend. I have this engagement ring. I want you to put it in the cake, all right? She's gonna be eating the cake. She's gonna find it, and then I'll propose to her. How's that sound? I was like, cliche. But let's do it. Let's do it, right? So I did. I put the wedding ring in the cake, watched her eat it. She got 4 bites in, and I was like, should have found it. She ate the entire cake without finding the ring at all. Yeah, the boyfriend looked at me like, what do we do now? I was like, I didn't plan for this either, dude. It's a very last minute thing you brought me into. So I had to go up to the table and be like, how was everything? Are you okay? She was like, everything was fine, but I found this in my cake. And she shows me a hair from somebody's head. And she's like, I would just like a refund. And I was like, well, you swallowed like $4,000 or however much that was. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I said, there was an engagement ring in that cake. And then her boyfriend went, dude, you ruined it. I'm like, oh, I ruined it? Did I ruin it? What were you gonna do? Were you gonna wait till later, have the most disgusting wedding proposal of all time? Is that your plan? She'll say no? I bet she'll say no. Like I said, I didn't say a word of that because I'm very scared of getting my ass kicked. Yeah. I don't know if you can see, I'm very easy to kill. That's how I like to describe myself. Easy to kill. That might be the name of the special. Why not, right? One more quick thing about my friends, too, is they like to bring me to places that I don't like being. Like, they like to bring me to, like, bars in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Anyone been there? Why? So many of you are like, my favorite. It's the worst. I went into this bar, and it was like a biker bar. As soon as I stepped in, I was like, I'm out of place. It was the crummiest bar. I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, is there a bathroom I can hang out in? Like, I would not like to be here. My buddies pointed towards the bathrooms, and this is how crummy this bar was. The bathroom doors did not say men and women. I swear to God, said dicks and pussies. Yeah. I was like, which one? Do I go into? You know, because if I go into the dick's bathroom, it's a bunch of bikers being like, no. And I'm like, you're right. What if I go into the pussy's bathroom? It's a bunch of guys that look a lot like me, you know? Just uncanny, being like, oh God, get in here, get in here. What were you doing out there? It's a madhouse out there. Jesus Christ. Do you have a phone? Call someone, we need help. I'm trying to get out that window for the past half hour. And this is the one time we need to get lifted up too, Jesus Christ. None of us can do it. No, that's okay. It's crazy. Dating was hard, too, before. Dating was really hard. I remember going on one date, and the date itself was going very well. At the beginning, it was going good. We were telling each other about each other, you know, really fun. And during the date, she told me that she had 2 cats, and one of them was a rescue cat, had something the matter with it, right? And I was like, that's cool. We ended up actually going back to her place that night, and she had failed to mention to me that she also owned a bunny. So when I got there, I didn't see one cat and one rescue cat with something the matter with it. What I saw was one cat, and I saw a bunny. So in my mind, I was like, oh no. She thinks that's a cat, right? Like, I don't know her very well. It's one of our early on dates. I don't know if she's insane. don't know if she's gonna come out of the kitchen being like, yep, that's Rudy and that's Rufus. There's something the matter with Rufus though, for sure, right? Look at his ears, that's a weird cat. Do you want to eat a bowl of ice and watch the radio? Like, no. No. I want to go home. She's like, you can't go home now. You're my new cat. Walks in the door. Like, ah! Thank you guys so much.